Mega Sports on Omega 101.7 FM our radio, your own radio. Quickly, look at our top stories this sport in the morning. There are 3 days to go till the Jeddah showdown. Remember, the countdown is underway because the long anticipated encounter is going to grace our screens very soon. Imada Dukanu with Serena Williams at the Cincinnati Masters yesterday. Falconets are set for Canada clash. The Tigers prepare for FIBA World Cup qualifiers as Destiny Udogie signs for Tottenham Hotspur. Well, I am now asking you to board this flight with me. We'll be going 360 degrees around the world of sport. It promises to be fun. It promises to be entertaining. I'm not alone in the building this morning. I have Benjamin in the building. Benjamin, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Muna. Good morning, listeners. Welcome to Omega and to Mega Sports on Omega 101.7 FM. I hope, Muna, you had a nice
Definitely,
morning.
the night was okay. It was even cold as well, but
Yes,
thank God for life.
Indeed, thank God for life.
But
Let's do
definitely,
this.
we thank God for life. Quickly, let us kickstart the show proper this morning. What are we going to talk about this morning? Quickly, remember, August 20th is fast approaching. Today is the 17th day of the month of August, Wednesday to be precise. So definitely we have 3 days to go until the showdown in Jeddah. The game between Antonio Joshua, who is seeking redemption, and Alexander Yosich, who wants to tell the whole world that I am a Ukrainian and I want to fight for my people. I want to fight for my very own country and make sure that I still retain the WBO, IBF, and WBC titles. So let us see how that encounter will go down. Remember, save the date. 20th of August, it is going to go down. 21st of August, because the date has already been changed for the game between Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards. That encounter has already been changed to the 21st of August, which is on Sunday. So remember, after watching one Nigerian, you switch over to watch the other Nigerian, which is the next day, being Sunday. Moving on from the world of boxing this morning, quickly, we'll drive and enter into the world of tennis this morning. Well, Benjamin, yesterday, Serena Williams was in action against Imada Dukanu. A lot of us might have not expected her to win that encounter. Imada Dukanu, according to Oscar yesterday, remember he said something about she being on a little poor on her form. Both women were not on excellent form entering that encounter, but one had to bow out from the game, and it was the legend Serena Williams. So what would you say for Serena Williams? Should she still go on saying that she wants to enter the US Open with this form she is in? Stop allowing these young lads who are hungry for success, as Oscar would say. They are hungry for success. They want to use you to ask at a count score, or she should just say, come on, let me just call it a quit at this one. Leave the US Open, forget everything. Let me focus on being a mother.
Well, Muna, yesterday I was not surprised because Oscar and I yesterday we said that it won't be a thing of surprise if Serena Williams lost that match, and indeed she lost because I watched the match. The match, it was not the Serena Williams we all knew. This match, the return service, even the serve, everything was just poor. So I really felt that she really deserved to lose. And good one for our opponent. She has shown that yes, she has what it takes to be the next Serena Williams. Imagine beating a legend like Serena Williams. That must have been so outstanding for her. And going to the US Open, I think Serena Williams just need to give one more shot. That Grand Slam, I still believe that she can still win that Grand Slam.
If you can win Imada Dukanu in the first round of the Cincinnati Masters, what else is left again?
But I think that she just needs to just prepare well, and at least give it to one final shot for this last tournament that she's going to go into the US Open. It's going to be tough because I believe that the reason for her still continue to fight is for her to meet that record, that Margaret Taylor's record of 24 Grand Slam. But as it is now, I think it's going to be so impossible because she has really gone down. In fact, our latest ranking currently as we speak is 404, which is very poor of her. Someone that was once world number one, now close to 400. Now it's really so bad. But I won't agree with you by saying that she should leave, because I don't think that she has anything to prove again. She has won everything. So and it's a good one for her because she has shown she's now giving them younger tennis players the platform. At least, okay, if you want to be the best, you have to go through me. At least beat me to make some announcement. So it's a good one for her. I think the US Open after this, like he already said, she's going to call it quits. She has given it all, and good one for her.
So let's see how it is going to go. Still talking about the women's side of the Cincinnati Masters, I have to tell you that Victoria Azarenka 1 Kanai Kanepi 6-3, 4-6, 6-3. Victoria Azarenka as well is also an old name in the game of tennis, but she was able to see that she won her encounter. Solane Stevens defeated Alize Kone 6-1, 6-0. A very strolling, easy encounter for Solane Stevens. Naomi Osaka lost to Shuaizan 6-4, 5-7-5. Remember, Naomi Osaka pulled out of Toronto Masters due to a minor knock that she had heading into the Cincinnati Masters, still having issues, and the US Open is on the 29th of August. Is a cause of worry for Naomi Osaka.
Seriously, certainly, Muna, this is a cause of worry because if there's any tennis player, I feel she'll feel into the shoes of Serena Williams, likes of Victoria Azarenka, Maria Sharapova, likes of Venus Williams. I think the name that comes to mind is Naomi Osaka. But like Oscar rightly said, she has not been consistent, and I think I'm going to agree with him currently. She has not been consistent. One time she's good, another time she's playing badly. So I think that consistency has been her problem. She needs to get better. She needs to maybe have a change of manager, have a change of coach.
She has a change of manager. She recently fired her manager. Her dad is currently her trainer at this point.
But I think that she still has to maybe, okay, let's not talk about the manager. Maybe she needs maybe being a kind of therapist, someone who can give her that confidence she needs, because you can't be at the top and not be consistent. One time you are good, another time you are bad. This is not really a good one for her. And I think losing the Cincinnati Open, the easiest tournament to me in this tennis season, I believe that it's not really a good one for her. But the US Open, let's hope that she comes out good.
So talking about the women's side of the Cincinnati Open, Karolina Pliskova won Venus Williams 7-5, 7-5, 6-1. The Venus the Williams sisters living at the early stages. Kobi Kokogov lost to Maria Buskova 7-5, 1-0, and Simona Halep was able to defeat Anastasia Potapova 6-4, 3-6, 6-3. In the early hours of today, we're able to see encounters in the men category. Carlos Alcaraz defeated Mackenzie Donald 6-3, 6-2. Daniel Evans lost to Filip Krajinovic 6-3, 6-4. Still talking about in the early hours of today, Imada Raducanu defeated Serena Williams 6-4, 6-0 to see that Serena Williams will leave at the first round of the Cincinnati Masters. Now, looking at fixtures that we'll be having for today, Andy Murray will take on Cameron Norrie. Andy Murray was able to win his encounter in the first round, so he is into the second round. Now, he will be taking on Cameron Norrie, who is currently British #1. So the thing is, this encounter is two British men going head-to-head for each other. And the Murray up against Cameron Norrie. Felix Aguirre-Alisime taking on Alex Minau. We have Jannik Sinner, who will take on Mildo Keminovic. We have John Isner taking on Herbert Hawkins. Tommy Paul will take on Denis Shopalova. Kasper Ruud will take on Ben Shelton. Stefanos Tsitsipas will take on Filip Krajinovic. And Taylor Fritz will take on Nick Kyrgios in that encounter. So let's see how it's going to go down in the men's Cincinnati Masters. While in the women's category, we are going to be seeing Beatrice Hadismaya take on Jelena Ostapenko. We are going to be seeing Victoria Azarenka take on Emma Raducanu. Elena Rabinka take on Gabriel Muruza. We are also going to be seeing Iga Swiatek, world #1, taking on Solane Stevens, and Simona Halep will take on Veronika Kudryavtseva, which is going to be another encounter. But quickly, Benjamin, Victoria Azarenka up against Emma Raducanu. This is the second veteran Emma Raducanu will be facing in our Cincinnati Masters. First of all, you face Serena Williams. Now it's Victoria Azarenka. Do you see this as another win for Emma Raducanu or Victoria Azarenka will pull up a surprise?
Well, I always say this, that for you to be the best, you have to be the best. It is the rule in every sport. For you to be the #1, you have to face tougher oppositions, at least get to beat them and tell the world that yes, I'm not the best in this particular sport. So I think she going to face Victoria Azarenka is going to be a tough one, because Victoria Azarenka is not a pushover in the world of female tennis. She has been there consistently. She has really shown herself. In fact, she's one of the toughest opponents that Serena Williams has once faced. She even said it that when she was asked to mention her top 3 opponents that she faced, she mentioned Victoria Azarenka. So that shows that she's not really a pushover. But going to this tournament after a win against Serena Williams, I think she has that confidence to face Azarenka in this match. But it's going to be a tough one because I still feel that Azarenka and Simona Halep are the two top tennis players we have, and the likes of Iga Swiatek in world number 1 currently. It's going to be a tough one for her, but that match is going to be the biggest match for that round. But I think going to that match, I still want to feel that she's going to she has something to pull. The surprise to pull against Victoria Azarenka. I want her to, after winning Serena Williams, I don't want her to exit now. I still feel that she still needs to go forward, at least get to win this tournament, at least proclaim herself as, yes, I'm now fit to feel the likes of the shoes of Serena Williams or Venus Williams. I'm not the lady in charge. So come on, give me some respect.
Give me some respect. So let's see how it is going to go down quickly. Switching over to the continent of Africa this morning. Now we have interesting topics to talk about Africa this morning. First of all, the FIBA World Cup qualifiers will be coming up very soon. It will be coming up on the 26th of August up until the 29th of August. And so our very own team, 26th of August and 28th of August would be coming up, and our very own team, the Tigers, will be making sure that they'll be playing at this FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Now, looking at the fact that the basketball team recently had issues, and they remember that the Tigers were they qualified for the FIBA Women's World Cup, but due to the political issues in the cabinet of the Basketball Federation, they were asked to leave the tournament. They were replaced with Mali. Now, eventually, the whole case was settled. We were not told what happened, but we just heard one day that they've settled their disputes, and eventually the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, came and said, okay, yes, everything is already okay at this point. Now, the male counterparts are going to continue their World Cup qualifying stages. They want to see that they will represent Team Nigeria at the FIBA World Cup. Now, what would be the fate of this men, knowing that they will soon be entering the court? And once they enter the court, they won't need any distraction at this one, because as it is now, the head coach Mike Brown has invited 15 players to camp already at this point, wanting to know that he wants to give everything to see that Team Nigeria qualifies for this World Cup.
Muna, you are very correct by saying that they don't want any distraction, because I think the discussion that happened earlier this year against the Tigers, it was really a bad one. In fact, I was so disappointed. But like you rightly said, we were not given any reason. We're not even told what really happened. All of a sudden, we just call it off, and then it was like, wow. It was so devastating, because I felt that the Tigers had something to offer going to that tournament, and then Mali that replaced them were not really so outstanding in that tournament, and they fell out. So it was really a bad one for them. And then going forward, the Tigers, remember that the Tigers didn't perform well in the AfroBasket last year. They lost against Uganda and also lost against the Ivory Coast. So it was really a bad tournament for them. But I think coming to this tournament, it is a newly refreshed the Tigers. They have, I think, the new players coming in. Foreign players coming into the fold, so it's going to be a big good one for them. And I still feel that they should not anything distraction. They should get their onions right. They should work hard to ensure that they really give their best and ensure that they qualify for the World Cup. Because Nigeria currently, I think we are one of the biggest teams when it comes to basketball in Africa. So at
the current standings, the Tigers are above the Tigers on the current FIBA standings, but looking at our run of form lately, we don't know when the current FIBA standings will be dropped for the month of August. Possibly, we would like to know where our very own the Tigers will fall in on the standings. But let us say in Africa, we are the giants of Africa, but coming into the world, we are still shadows. We are still a shadow of ourselves. Now, this is it. Now, our very own opening game will be against Cote d'Ivoire on Friday, the 26th of August. We'll then take on Guinea on the 27th of August. And on the 28th of August, we'll team up against Angola in this very, very one. Do you see us doing excellently well in this one?
Muna, this is really what they call deja vu, because last AfroBasket tournament, Ivory Coast, we lost against them. We lost. I think we not only won against Angola, but lost against Uganda.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a kind of revenge mission for the Tigers against Ivory Coast, because that loss was really devastating. In fact, I think that the team still have that loss in mind, and they're going to go there with all mentality that yes, this is time for revenge. So I feel that they have something in them to ensure victory. I don't expect them to win all. At least just 2 victories out of the three matches can at least take them to the next round of the qualifier. So it's going to be a good one for them. I still feel that something is going to come up out positive in this match.
Let's see how it will go. Currently, the Tigers are fourth on the table in Group E. They have 2 wins in 4 games, so they will have 3 games now from the within the space of 3 days. Within the space of 3 days, from 26th up until the 28th of August. So let's just see how it is going to go down for our very own the Tigers. 2 wins in 4 games. Currently, see fourth on the table in Group E. Is there any hope of us qualifying? As you said, we need to win 2 games out of these 3 games. Do you see us winning those 2 games? Because Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea, and Angola are no pushovers.
Seriously, they're not pushovers, because when it comes to basketball, African basketball, Cote d'Ivoire and Angola, they are known as one of the top teams in Africa. So coming against them at this crucial time, when we need at least 2 victories out of 3 matches, it's going to be a difficult one. But like Muna, like they say, anything is possible in the world of sports. I still feel that if the team can get their onions right, can at least have that kind of mentality, that winning mentality going into these matches, nothing is impossible. But I would be disappointed if at all they don't win at least 2 or 3 of the 3 matches. At least the match against Guinea should be an easy one for them. But the one match against Angola, I still feel it's going to be difficult. But Nigeria and the Tigers can pull a victory over there. But the difficult match to me is going to be the one against Ivory Coast. I don't see them winning that match, to be honest. But whatever be the case,
that will be that the game against Ivory Coast is a game we are using to kick off our continuation of qualifiers on the 26th of August. But let's see how it will go for our very own Tigers in our very own pursuit to make sure that we are at the FIBA World Cup 2023, which is to be hosted by Indonesia, Japan, and the Philippines, respectively. So let us see how it is all going to go down. Now, still talking about Africa this morning. The Women's FIFA Under-20 World Cup is still underway, and our very own Falconets, 2 wins from the first 2 games. Impressive, scoring late in those 2 encounters. As we rightfully said, it is a case of the defense holding up for the team and the attackers doing the needful when they are on the counter. Heading into the game against Canada, it is tomorrow by 3 a.m. is when this encounter is going to go down. Now, what are we to expect? Canada have lost their 2 games. They lost against France. They lost against Korea Republic in the first encounter, 2-0. They lost to Canada. They lost to France, 3-1, and now they are facing Nigeria, who has not been able to score enough goals in the tournament. Do you see us using Canada to at least brighten up our striking department, or still going to be the same case of go there, get a 1-0, get the 3 points?
If there's something I have observed about the Canadian team, is the fact that their defense is brittle. Their defense is not really strong. They have a watertight defense. In fact, I watched their game against France. They could have conceded more. It could have been up to 7 or 8 goals, but at least they were able to defeat. They lose that game by just 3 goals. So this match, like we said yesterday in yesterday's show, we said that this match is just Nigeria have qualified already. They have qualified quite all right, but we just need this match to at least test our striking department. The defense has been ascertained good, the midfield has been ascertained good, but our problem currently going to this match has been the striking department. Forget the fact that we won our two games by 1-0. These are not the kind of scoreline you need to win a tournament. Although we have seen teams have used just long goals to win tournament. Example is Spain, but it can't happen in all the tournaments. So you need to score goals to win. So I think against Canada, I think the coach want to test his striking department to give them that opportunity to at least score goals, to know how efficient they are going forward. This match, I feel that's going to be the end in victory, but I'll be so disappointed if at all it didn't end up to 3 or 4 goals.
Well, let us see how it is all going to go down. Remember, by 3 a.m., we will be taking on, we'll be making sure that we play Canada and our last group stage encounter for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. The Falconets are doing us well, so make sure that tomorrow you try at least to see that you watch that encounter. Still talking about everything about Africa this morning. Nigeria's cricket team is to host the ICC Under-19 World Cup qualifiers. The Nigerian Cricket Federation (NCF) says that it is ready to host the International Cricket Union Under-19 African Division 2 World Cup qualifiers in September. Musa Udogie has said that Musa Udogie, who is the NCF public relations officer, has said that they are already, that everything is in place to make sure that they host the 8th nation tournament in Abuja. So in his words, he says that Nigeria is ready to host the tournament. The most important aspect of hosting the tournament is already in place. We have 2 twin pitches at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, and they are ready. And he says that there is no challenges regarding security. Now, this is my main point this morning. Currently security issues in Nigeria, it has not been all that fantastic, but we are currently seeing that there are processes to make sure that everything goes back to normal. Now, do you feel that there may be a last twitch in the decision of the ICC, of the International Cricket Union, to see that Nigeria will host the Under-19 World Cup qualifiers? Or we have already been able to make sure that, yes, security is tight in the nation. We can host these qualifiers in the month of September. It is just some weeks away from us. So do you see any last minute switch in us, or we are able to give it a good shot?
Well, I agree with you by saying that security has not been so fantastic in our country recently. In every region so far, it has been one security issue or the other. But now, coming to cricket, since the president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation has really given us the assurance that yes, the cricket tournament is ready and there is no security issues whatsoever, I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt. But I don't know if someone...
The last time we hosted the last time we hosted the ICCF qualifier, it was back in the year 2018. And now this is the year 2022. And currently, the tournament is scheduled for the 28th of September till the 9th of October. So are we going to see any last minute switch, or it is just going to be, let us have faith, as the ICC have said, let us have faith in Nigeria. They did it in 2018. Let us see how 2022 will go.
Well, good one for the ICC, giving Nigeria the confidence or the benefit of that, yes, feel free to host this tournament. But security, there is no country in this world that is safe, to be sincere. No country in this world that does not have any security challenge. So coming now using the security as an excuse to deprive Nigeria of this hosting right, I don't think it's a feasible excuse. Good one for the ICC, at least giving Nigeria that opportunity. Okay, yes, host this tournament, do show us what you can do. At least starting from the under-19, perhaps if this one is successful, they can give them bigger tournaments to host. And it's going to be a good one to promote cricket in the country, because I think cricket, only few people really understand the game. So according to the words of the president of the NCF, the Nigerian Cricket Federation, he has come out to say, public relations officer in the name of Musa Udogie, he has come out to say that Nigeria was granted the decision for the host right because of her grassroots development in this one. And recently, we've been able to develop cricket to a certain point. Now, the thing now is, it is now remaining for us to see it that it is a permanent sport for us, and we be able to bring out youths that will be willing to because we all know that most youths will want to go to the particular known sports such as football, basketball, and co. But cricket, remember that cricket was a sport that was recently played at the 2022 Commonwealth Games, and a lot of countries won medals with it. So let us see how it goes. See, Muna, you are right by saying that at least some level of grassroots development has been done in cricket. But it is not yet enough. Cricket is a very interesting game if only we understand it. I think they should go to and take it to secondary school, primary school, at least develop it. But now I'm saying that is a good one for the ICC, giving Nigerians the opportunity. At least going to the stadium, it will attract fans, and the fans will see players engage in that sport, and then they will develop interest, perhaps register, get to know about it, and then take it to their various schools or places of learning, or the various residential areas, and develop the sport from there. So a good one for them, and I believe in if this continues consistently, maybe Nigeria will soon be a powerhouse in the world of cricket.
Let us see how it will go, because we will love to diverse in many sports, if you ask me, not just particularly football, basketball, table tennis, and the likes. Although we even hardly hear of a Nigerian playing the game of lawn tennis itself. We hardly hear. All we know is Nigerians who are representing other nations, which is not what it's supposed to be. So let's see how it will go. Let us pray that there will not be any last minute switch for our very own hosting of the ICC Under-19 World Cup of Under-19 cricket qualifiers. So let's see how it's going to go down. Now remember, Victor Osimhen was a victim of racist chants in the game in between Hellas Verona and SSC Napoli over the weekend. I'm to tell you this morning that Hellas Verona have already been fined 12,000 euros as it stands now for their fans who made racist chants against Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen. The Italian side have already been made sure that they have been served by the disciplinary body, and they found Hellas Verona guilty, and they will pay a fine of £12,000. So what does this mean? Is it a positive news, or it is just let us pay the fine and we are still going to do what's in our mind?
Muna, it's not about paying the fine. This has always been a recurring situation.
Yes, because it is recurring.
Many, in fact, almost all the teams in current CIA have been fined one time or the other for racist chants.
Yes.
And it has not stopped. From AC Milan to Inter Milan to Sampdoria, every team has been fined. Now, has it stopped? No, it's not about fining them. These clubs have the money to fund the fines. But now, what is the orientation? My focus is there is orientation. They need to do a lot of things. It's not about paying or fine. How much the money might be so little to the club to pay. After paying, then what next? The next match they go ahead and do the same thing, and then you find them again. It continues like that. This is not about fine. It's about the orientation you give. The fact that you tell the fans that come on. These people are human beings. You don't need to to abuse them. No room for racism, and that's why I like the Premier League. The Premier League has done that so much campaign against racism that even we hear little or no racism in the Premier League. Same with the La Liga, same with the French League One, same with the Bundesliga. But in Italy, that has been a very big situation.
Could you say that would have been a more of the reason why Kalidou Koulibaly headed out of because remember that there was a point in the career of Kalidou Koulibaly where he was booed during the course of a game for Napoli as an African. Remember, he was in top form during that point. We say it could be one of the reasons why he left or he wanted a new challenge. But what will now be the fate of Victor Osimhen there in Italy?
Well, I think that coming to Kalidou Koulibaly, he was not booed once. I was able to see a clip where he was booed up to 3 times. Same with Obafemi Martin, same with Sule Mutari, same with Mario Balotelli was really suffered. And one thing about Mario Balotelli is that the more they booed him, the more he felt reluctant. He didn't even feel it at all. But now, good one. Now, with Osimhen, I fear for him because Italy and the Italians are known to be so much aggressive. Now, one thing about I think he's going to do is just continue playing your game. Allow the FA to do their job. Don't even react to it. I love the way he reacted by scoring and then giving them that sign. Understand? So he just need to focus on his game. And then when it becomes too much, just like Oscar said yesterday, let him find a bigger club. He's a big player. Once he just says, okay, yes, I'm ready to leave Napoli, you see club coming for him. Even Man U, I feel we have come for him.
So let's see how it is going to go for our very own Victor Osimhen. He was able to play his first game with racist chance, but I'm to tell this one that Hellas Verona have already been fined £12,000 against racist chance. So Victor Osimhen, he's partially safe at this point. He will want to make sure he still delivers for his team. So let's see how our very own golden boy will be able to still lift the flag of Nigeria there in the camp of Italy. Do not forget, Ademola Lookman is also in Serie A. Cyril Kolawale Desas is also in Serie A. And David Okereke is also in Serie A. I'm also to tell you that Destiny Udogie is also in Serie A. Now, talking about Destiny Udogie this morning, Tottenham Hotspurs have already signed Destiny Udogie. They've unveiled him, but they have loaned him back to Udinese, saying that he's going to finish the season there in the team. Now, Destiny Udogie is a Nigerian. He has played for the Italian under-21 team, but he's yet to make an appearance for the Super Eagles. Now, I have 2 questions this morning quickly, Benjamin. We have cases of our players playing for foreign teams and not wanting to play for Nigeria. Look at Fikayo Tomori playing for England. Look at where we have a lot of players who are not representing our dear country, Nigeria, and they have, if they say they want to represent Nigeria, Nigeria will be a real big powerhouse in the country. So quickly, Destiny Udogie, how would he help Antonio Conte's team in the coming season? Because currently he will not be playing this season. He will be back in Udinese and he's doing well with Udinese. Are we going to see that Antonio Conte and Victor Moses style of play when Conte was with Chelsea and Victor Moses was in the form of his life? or Destiny Udogie is just coming in as a substitute to comment in Jet Spence or currently Ryan Sessegnon, who is currently in the team. And how would Udogie go on from this one, knowing that he is going back to Udinese? Let me put in more work and tell Conte that I can bring something spectacular to them.